In this video, guys, talking about wiping the slate clean and starting afresh. Hey traders, warm welcome to so many traders come to a position in their trading career, whether that's a couple of weeks in, couple of months in, couple of years in, couple of decades in, where they go, you know what, it's just not working as I hoped it would. I'm going to just ditch it and move on. Or more likely, if you've pursued in it and you'll persevere for this long, you don't want to just ditch it. You want to say, you know what, I need to wipe the slate clean. I need to start afresh. I need to leverage on everything that I've learned, everything that I've gained, all the knowledge, the skills, the attributes, all that. Put that to good use, clear off all the junk that's not making me money and it's not helping me at all in my trading, and start afresh. So if you were starting afresh now and you said, you know what, enough's enough, I'm going to take a grip of this, I'm going to grab the trading by the throat and I'm going to do what I need to do. I'm going to trade in an exemplary manner, in the correct manner. I'm going to give it the best possible shot. Perhaps it's the last shot for you. Perhaps you're like, you know what, this has got to work for me now. I've put enough time and effort into it. Now I need to double down on my effort and really make this happen. So what would you do? Okay, so wiping the slate clean and starting again. The first thing you need to do is say to yourself, I am only going to trade one setup. This is my opinion, by the way, guys. As always, there's videos, a lot of them are my opinion. There's other ways and other approaches to doing it, and comments in the comment section below. But for me, that is the first thing you're going to do. You're going to say, you know what is my number one setup? That is just the best setup, that if I could just visualize it now and see that chart pattern, I would take that all day, every day. Do not trade anything else. Do not allow any others to go in there. If you need to write down a top 10 to get to the one, do whatever you need to do. If you're struggling to even come up with the one, then there's a problem there. That's probably why you've been not having the success that you wanted, or not having the growth that you wanted in your trading. Finding that one setup is so key, because this is what we're doing. We're clearing everything out and we're using all the knowledge and saying, yes, right, we're going to trade this setup because this setup works well. You know this setup works well, or perhaps you don't know it works well, but you know subconsciously that this is the kind of market conditions, this is the kind of thing that I'd like it to see, the market to see happen do before I pull the trigger. And for example, okay, we're in a good trading environment, the market explodes to the upside, above support, starts to pull back, and then above resistance, starts to pull back and find support. Perfect setup for you. You take the trade, you know that if you take those all day, every day, they're gonna make money. Or for you, maybe it's a double bottom on a range bound condition, whatever. We're all different experts and we all have a feel, we all like things differently. Maybe it's a specific market, maybe it's this, but come to that now. Then we identify the markets that we're going to trade, okay? By the way, we are definitely going with a less is more strategy with this, which is why it's one setup. We're not looking at two, we're not looking at any more. We're not saying, oh, that's quite good, we want to do that. No, it's your grade A plus setup only. The one setup, you can only take this for the next 90 days. What is it going to be? You're wiping the slate clean. Don't forget, this is your last shot at it. It's got to be good. That's the setup. Now, what market or markets will you trade this on? Are you going to focus on one market? Perhaps you're going to trade crude oil. Perhaps you're going to trade natural gas. Perhaps you're going to trade GBP, JPY. Perhaps you're going to trade a couple of tech stocks. What is it going to be? But again, you've got to look either at records, or you've got to go with your subconscious and say, you know what? I know that I'm not that good at trading tech stocks. I know that I'm not that good at trading the thick Euro USD. I know that I am good at whatever. And saying, okay, those are the markets that I'm going to look at it for. It might be one market, guys, or it might be, depending if this setup is so rare, maybe one market doesn't make any sense. It's like, listen, this setup occurs once every year. I need more markets because I need to give myself more opportunity. So you're going to have to adjust that to suit, but still remembering that you are looking for grade A setups in grade A conditions in grade A markets for that setup. That's it. No rules, no diverting away from that. That's what you're looking for. So markets. Then we're looking at the conditions. Okay, this is going to be what are the condition parameters or filters we need to have that market come into our kind of sphere of trading. So it's got to be trending, it's got to have volume, it's got to have this, it's got to have that. If we're day trading, has it got to have more than average volume of X? Has it got to have a range of this? What's the ATR got to be? Any of these things that matter to you, maybe those don't, maybe those do, but there's got to be, again, a filter. We're bringing it right in, and remember, we're just having one setup, a handful of markets or one market, and the conditions that are markets. So again, we're bringing it right down. You may well find that you have much fewer trades, but the point of this is that you want to prove to yourself that there is a possibility for you to have an equity curve that goes that way and not that way. That's not what we want, that's what we want. If you've had that, you need to go, right, there must be something in it that I can get rid of. So you start off with something, prove to yourself that this works and has mileage, has opportunity to grow, then add more on. And it's wiping the slate clean and starting again, and even just going through the process of this, because many traders, they're losing money because they're doing so much stuff, when in reality, just number one alone, saying, hey, what is my number one setup, when you might even know it. You know, you might even know what that thing is. You might say, you know, I don't even know what my number one setup is, but it gets you to think. You say, well, actually, I do quite like taking momentum. I do quite like faking exhaustion. I do quite like doing this, doing that. And then you can put something together and say, well, actually, it works very well at the end of the day, or it works well after earnings. Or you start then to think and process and do stuff. And just that act alone will start the wheels and cogs turning. Then you're saying, well, it works really well on you know, tech stocks. It works really well on euro, especially on, you know, ECB day, whatever it may be. Okay, now I'm getting somewhere. So, you know, whether that's based on statistics or gut feeling, statistics are even better from your own previous trades, even better. But if you haven't, because I know people don't keep the statistics generally, and whatever the situation is, it might not be possible to do that. But just starting from somewhere, and then the conditions as well for that. So I like it when it's, you know, not lunchtime, it's this, is that, the other. We're bringing the boundaries in. So the point of this is, guys, is just to get some traction. You want the smallest bit of traction. We're just going from, we're trying to, you know, imagine you're driving a Formula 1 car, you're getting it, you're spinning the wheels, you're doing donuts, you're crushing it, you're knocking wings off left, right and center. You're like, listen, I'm getting out of that, I'm getting on a push bike, I'm on a pedal bike, and literally all I've got to do is get from here to the end of the paddock, and I've got to cycle. And that's what we're trying to do, to get traction, to move forward to the one setup. And listen, you may find this works so well that you dial your risk right up in this alone. Your daily risk is $1,000 a day, say $100 a day, $50, whatever it may be. You go, okay, that's my daily risk. Then my monthly risk is X, whatever that turned out to be, 20,000. Okay, well, I see this come up 4 times a month. Instead of me trying to dial down my trading risk over the month and splitting it into multiple trades, I'm just going to go thicker into these trades. I'm going to go in and risk $5,000 on each trade, or whatever the number may be, $500, $50, doesn't matter. The point is, you might find that this is the way forward. You might even end up ditching everything else. You might say, you know what, this is good, this is, you know, a nice foundation, but I can improve it. I can add setup number 2 to it, which is still grade A. I can add setup number 3. I can add a few more markets into it. I can add a few more flavors into the mix to make it the recipe the right thing for me. But it's the act of wiping that slate clean. It's the act of starting afresh and literally going, right, I've literally knocked the whole house down. All I've got now is a piece of land that's been cleared. I need to lay the foundations. How do I start? Start number 2, number 3, build it slowly, start and see if you can get, based on a bigger foundation, a decent growth from that and get the equity curve moving in the right direction. Anyway, guys, that's wiping the slate clean and starting again. My ideas for doing it. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And if you have subscribed to the channel, it's appreciated. If you haven't, maybe this video is the sort of thing you'd like to see more of. If it is, thumbs up and a subscription is appreciated. Take care. Bye-bye.